greetings. And we're not in the lab. We're not in the lab this evening. We're in JL. We're in the Justice League headquarters. Justice League headquarters. And I gotta say to y'all, our producers, they have a mind of their own. They do what they want to do, and so I just have to do. I just have to deal with them. You know, Julius Hall, Savannah Rogers. I'm just saying. That's all I'm going. That's all I'm going to say. They're shaking their heads, but the stuff I got to deal with. But oh my God, what was even more astounding? Woo! We have with us, you know, all our guests are all special. We always have special guests. All our guests are special. This one right here has worked my nerve. Yo, she has worked my nerves. She has worked my nerves. I thought the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, oh my God. I now realized that Sigma Gamma Rho is just what? We're not talking about Sigma Gamma Rho or Delta Sigma Theta right now or Julius Hall, right? We're not talking about them. We have with us the author. We have the author. We have the advocate. Lisa Barnes, glad to have you with us here on Run Tell.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. We say share, share, share. Even though she got me blocked, she got me spam, all other stuff. I'm gonna leave that alone. So I see now I'm gonna wait to say this. I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna see her around. When y'all see her around, do not sit with her at any establishment, at any restaurant at all. And Reverend Betty Jones, glad to have you with us. One of our great supporters. Again, we said everyone share, share, share. Do not sit by her. Don't sit across from her. Don't sit by her at all because she will embarrass you.
That's not true. That is not true.
I'm not gonna call it the couple, but again, you put all three of them together, they're like three bad kids. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So we gotta do this right here. So Lisa Barnes, who are you?
All right, thank you. My name is Lisa Barnes. I'm known as Lisa B, the author. I am a mother of 2 sons, a grandmother of 19. I'm from the Midwest. I'll be in Savannah, Georgia next month, 17 years. So I have some roots here now. I am a proud member of the first African American business and professional sorority, Iota Phi Lambda. I'm representing today with my green and white on. Because this is our business month as well. And I have some great news to share with you as also. I am also a proud member of Sigma Gamma Rho, the last created, the best designed. And I'm wearing my colors today for that too. So I represent everywhere I go. I'm just glad to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be a guest and to just tell my story.
And the only reason why I even tolerated some of this with her is because of Iota Phi Lambda. That's the only reason why. Otherwise that cut, because I will not be going through this foolishness with her. But then now, who are your people? Lisa Barnes, who are your people?
Well, my people are back home. We from the Midwest, so y'all don't know us, but I'm making a name down here in Savannah. I work with a lot of people in different jobs, different arenas, and in the community. I've met a lot of good people in Savannah, so I do have some roots here, and I'm building a legacy as well.
I didn't say, but Julius Hall just said, Jamal, she needs to say some of the names of some of the people. That's what Julius Hall, I didn't say it. Julius Hall said that. Some of the people, even if your family out in the Midwest, that was Julius Hall. I didn't say that.
All right. Well, we have Taylor. I am tailor-made. Our roots is in Texas and Oklahoma. Maxwell, Hurley. We got Kansas City roots, California roots. Let me see what else I got. Bailey. There's some Baileys in South Carolina. We may be connected, may not be. Let's see what we got. Bell and Barnes.
Okay. All right. So we got a genealogist tied to us at Geechee Kunda. He can make connections and all stuff like that. So
okay.
We'll move on to this right here. So Lisa Barnes.
Yes.
Inspires you. Who inspires you? What inspires you?
What inspires me is family. I'm real big on family. I love my family, and it's important for me to keep the memories and the traditions alive. I was raised by my great grandmother, and I used to love to hear when her sisters would come to town. All of them could cook, and just to hear their stories of growing up, the sisterhood and the bond they had, the love they had for their parents, and just hearing that, it allowed me, kind of like, when you were little and you heard the story of Roots or seen the movie, how each generation told the story. And so I try to keep those same traditions going. Like my grandkids, they know plenty of stories about Big Ma. That was my great grandmother's name, because I want to keep that alive. And eventually I want my grandchildren to be able to tell the story about me. And my grandmother name for them is Mimi. So I'm trying to do great things. So they inspire me, because I want to be the woman that they'll say they want to be like, or remember, or want to keep my name alive. So that's what keeps me going.
Okay, okay. Now, wasn't me, wasn't me. Yeah, wasn't me. But this came from Julius Hall. Julius Hall would have said, 19 grandchildren. You got 19 grandchildren
Yes, sir.
and 2 sons.
Well, I had 3 sons, but I lost my youngest son
Right. I'm just saying.
12 years ago.
I'm just saying. This is what Julius Hall is saying. Julius Hall is saying 19,
Yes,
19,
yes,
19.
yes. That math ain't mathing, right?
She just said 19. So
Yes,
Jews all say that they are making sure that they populate the earth and doing God's word. That wasn't me again. That was Jews
that's
all.
right. That's right.
So like I say, he just he is dangerous. He is dangerous. So again, but we come to this right here. What song or songs when you hear it, like it give it to you? What song or songs give you that sensation, give you that feeling?
Greg O'Quinn, I Told the Storm, is my inspiration. That's what keeps me going, because I've experienced some storms. I know there's some storms to come, but it allows me to stay rooted and grounded and know that I can get to the other side of it, no matter how big the storm is. And that keeps me.
Okay.
My other one is Mary J. Blige, Fine. That's that's the one that gets me pumping, get me motivated. I play it almost every morning when getting ready for work.
Okay. All right. All right. So we go into this right here. Lisa B, the author.
Yes.
What is Lisa B author? What is Lisa B the author authoring?
Well, I have several books to date. My first one I wrote is called What Now? How to Survive a Loss Due to Suicide. And this is what the cover looks like. And I wrote this book September of 21. I started it November 2020, and I released it September 21. I wrote it because I wanted to tell my story and my journey of my grief journey after losing my youngest son to suicide. When he passed away, I needed help, I needed guidance, and the guidance I found was not from people that look like me. So I decided to put my story on the pages so that I could be the blueprint, so I can help us before, during, and after. Because if they're faced with the question, what now? Now they have the blueprint. I talk about what do I say now? Where do I go now? How do I feel now? All those things that go with it. Being my son was the first one in our family to commit suicide. I found out once it hit my house, more people than not have experienced it. And I call that a chapter in my book. I call it the silent witness.
Okay.
They'll say, oh yeah, my best friend when in elementary school, or my friend's dad, or my uncle, somebody knows somebody. However, we don't talk about it enough.
Yes.
To get ahead of it in the Black and brown community.
Okay. Yes. Yes, indeed. And that's one of the things when I found out that you were author, then that's one of the things I saw out there, the conversation we had. And so I said, well, we need to have her come on and talk about an array of things with regards to the works that she's doing. So we say again to all y'all, share. And because again, we think this is an important conversation to have, even though you don't need to sit by her in a restaurant, don't sit by her because you're not going to be able to eat your food and they're going to talk and cause trouble. But I apologize. I apologize.
Shame on you. Shame.
I forgot. What happens at the table stays at the table. I apologize. But
That's right.
So I apologize. So we go to this. And what are some of the other writings that you have? What are other things that you're doing with regards to that?
So then after I released that book, I decided that I wanted to do something to keep my son's memory alive. Mm-hmm. So then I created the character Awesome Arlo. I am a registered behavior technician by trade. So my specialty is working with children with autism. So then I made my main character a child with autism. Okay. So to date, I have 20 books in the Awesome Arlo series. Each one of my books is either raising awareness about autism, breaking stigmas associated with autism, or teaching a new concept to a child or the family of a child with autism. The first book is called Special Like Me, and is highlighting where Awesome Arlo takes a trip to the farm, and each one of the farm animals displays a symptom of autism. But in this book, I made it their special power. And so that's where we got Special Like Me. My series include books like Listen All the Way, teaching children how to listen with their whole body. Even though my main character is a child with autism, and yes, my books are geared towards children with autism, my books are for any child of any age, because it's still teaching new concepts. I also have Don't Forget Me series. It includes 4 books. I wrote this series to highlight children with disabilities, okay, and the importance of inclusion for everyone. So the first book in that series is called I Am Not My Chair, highlighting how to interact with children or people that are wheelchair users. Next is I Talk With My Hands, teaching you how to interact and disability etiquette when dealing with people in the deaf and hard of hearing community. The third one is The Invisible Part of Me. That's teaching you how to interact with people that have the invisible disabilities like autism, neurodiversity, and things like that. And then the fourth one in the inclusion series is I See Beautifully, teaching you how to interact and disability etiquette when dealing with people that are blind or low vision. So I want to raise awareness. All my books are geared towards teaching, raising awareness, and, just breaking stigmas and making sure our people are educated. So I have another one called Achoo, Achoo, I Need a Tissue. And it's just teaching children how to sneeze properly and have fun with doing it. I teach lessons that are engaging, but they're necessary as well. So for the month of April, what I've been doing since April 1st, and today's April 10th, so we're on book 10. I'm highlighting each one of my books on Facebook at Lisa B. the author. And that way you'll know my why behind each book and the purpose of the book, and just giving you pointers on you might have some books, you might not, but then you'll say, oh, I didn't know she had that one. And you can go and peruse the website and make your purchase as well.
You have been prolific. That's why I'm saying here, you've been prolific.
Yes, sir.
With regards to absolute kudos. Now, what's going on? Our president of Our Black Media, Julius Hall, is saying, wait a minute, why we just not get her here? And she's so prolific. She got all these books. We need to be having a show that she's now be doing some of this right here. That's what Julius Hall said. I didn't say that.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing it out there. But what the deal is that we don't need to invite her to any functions, no function. So I have to say that you've been prolific with regards to this, and we're gonna get into some other things, some other projects that you're doing.
Okay.
And for some people listening to this right now, some of them will say that I want to write, I want to do this, but I don't know where to start. And
Yes.
so with you, that's why when I listen to you and listen to how prolific you are with regards to that, and then also how you're infusing your skill set, your knowledge into the work that you're doing, and then also being able to tap, I said, that power within of other people. So what advice would you give to that person sitting out there who's looking at the show right now? Again, we said, all y'all share, share, share. So we have people looking at the show from around the entire world. We got 255 viewers right now. So what would you say to them?
The first thing I would say is get out of your own way. That's first and foremost, because it took me 10 years to write my first book. For one, I didn't think nobody needed to hear or wanted to hear my story, especially not to have the idea of trying to make money off of a story about grief, you know. So I was playing my own devil's advocate, you know, I was my own worst critic. And so that was a hindrance for a long time. And at first, I started writing the book in 2018. And at that time, the name of it was going to be called The Color of Suicide.
Okay.
Now, mind you, by me writing that, I was coming from one angle and one angle only. But from 2018, my computer crashed. I lost everything. And to this day, I never have recovered it. So I had to start all the way over. But when I started over in 2020, that's 2 more years of knowledge, 2 more years of things happening, 2 more years of insight. But it allowed me to have a different mindset. And by doing that, I wrote it in a way, yes, it's telling my story as a woman of color, as a mother, as a person that lost someone to suicide. However, I was able to understand to write it in a way that it could help any parent, anyone, even the person that may be contemplating suicide or have attempted. I had everybody in mind and not just the woman of color, so it could reach more people. And to this date, I also have it available in Spanish because I'm trying to reach as many people as I can because it is necessary. It is very necessary. So my message to anyone is get out your own way, first of all. And then second, just write. Carve out time. You're never too busy. Just write. They even have things now like Google Docs. If you don't have time to sit down to a desk and actually literally write it out, speak. Do Google Docs. You're just getting the words on the pages, because then the proofreading and the editing will come later. And then you have people like me that are willing to help you do that part. If you bring me something that I could work with, if you don't have the words on the paper, we're still in the gate. So that's my main advice.
Okay. All right.
Because once I wrote that first one, again, I got 20 in my children's book series. And then I'm a co-author in 2 books. I'm a co-author in this one. It's called Work with the Wounds. And I have it's 8 other ladies in that book along with me, one of which is a Savannah native. She's in the book. And another one is my mom. She's in the book. See, because once you do it, I also reach back and get everybody I can get. And then you become an inspiration to others. I'm also a co-author in My Bald It's Beautiful, along with 14 other ladies that are dynamic. We all walk a different path, but we ended up on the same destination and telling our stories. And anyone can find strength just from reading the words on the pages.
And so, who's the lady from Savannah to you?
Her name is Melissa Wright.
Okay. Okay. All right. And again, this is author Lisa B. Lisa
Yes.
Barnes with us here on Run Tell That. And to my brother, Jack Salas, we're glad to have you always, my brother from HVJ. And then also Reverend Betty Jones and Marshall, we're glad to have you. Sister Deirdre Murray, glad to have you. And so y'all know what we got to do right now. We got to go to a commercial. We're going to go to the commercials right now. Then come right back here, Run Tell That. And we got author Lisa B in the house. And we have Lisa Barnes, who you don't sit by. in a restaurant.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, for Magistrate.
And we are back. We have with us Lisa Barnes. That is Lisa B., the author. And we are here on Run Tell That. And we say to all y'all, share, but also support our advertisers. Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. And y'all know what that address is for. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. And then also Shep Food and Gas on Styles and Gwinnett Streets in Savannah, Georgia. And we say, don't ride by, stop by. And finally, One Price Cleaners in Garden City in the Farmers Market on Highway 80. So we are back with Lisa B., the author, Lisa Barnes. And so you've been listening. And so now we need to come to this right here. Just like we went to our advertisers, so we now got to advertise you with regards to how can people secure your books? How can people get on that email, that Lisa B., the author fan page? How can they secure your books?
All right, you can go to my website. Now, all my books are available on Amazon, but if you order them through my website, you'll get an autographed copy. And you'll go to https Lisa B, the author, .wixsite.com/Lisa B, the author.
All right. And so we got the folks out there who said, Reverend Betty Jones, that she dealt with students who had special needs and that she think that is essential. We also throw it out there and say to parents and other and loved ones and people who are also caretakers, that again, you now have a source, a resource to go to. And how can people contact you also with regards to your website?
Yes, so you can do the website, or you can go email me, lisabtheauthor@gmail.com. And I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and I'm on Instagram, Lisa B, the author as well.
Okay. All right. And you have several affiliations, because that's why I said that you are an advocate. You're an advocate for ventures. And so there's something that's happening the last weekend in April. And what is that?
Iota Phi Lambda sorority, the Savannah chapter, which is new chapter. April is our business month. And to highlight our business month, we are having a business expo and lunching. Our special guest will be Bernice Lohman. That'll be April 27th from 11 to 3 at the Embassy Suites in Pooler, Georgia. Our tickets are on sale. They're $40, and you can purchase them on our website at iota-nu, that's nu.org. And tell them I sent you.
Okay, and what can people expect with regards if they show up there?
Well, we'll also be announcing our Outstanding Businesswoman of the Year,
Okay.
and I happen to be one of the nominees. So hopefully you'll get to see me get crowned. If not, we'll have a worthy candidate to get crowned on the local level, which will also be able to compete at the regional and national levels as well in our organization.
Okay. And so with regards to Iota Phi Lambda, the work that you are doing is with regards to advocacy, with regards to business. Why do you see that as being important?
It's very important. Some of our national initiatives, we do Toys You Can't Return, where we work in to try to prevent teenage pregnancy. You know, babies are toys you cannot return. So we do a lot of work in the community, like working with Shelter from the Rain. We make donations to them, and we help support their programs and invite us to our programs so we can collaborate and help, that may find themselves in that situation. We also have our IMAP program, which is Iota Mothers Assistance Program, which again, we help once the baby is here and they need help. We help with diapers, wipes. I think right now we're working on making a donation soon for that as well.
Okay. And so I'll just ask this question. You familiar with Cynthia Stevens?
Yes. She was the chapter president when I first came in 6 years ago, and I do work closely with her. Yes.
If she's not doing work, you can just say she's not doing any work. I mean, that's
no, she's still very active.
If you ain't got a cover percent, I'm just saying, she family. I'm just putting it out there, So that's the other reason why, because family is tied to Iota Phi Lambda, and so that's why I got to show the respect. But then if Cent ain't doing the work, you just gonna say Cent ain't doing the work.
Cent doing the work, and she knows the Iota business. I've learned a lot up under her leadership.
She don't want to give me no ammunition, but that's fine. That's fine.
I don't have any to give.
They were all close up. They're all close. They got their bonds and ties. And so one of the things that we look at this right with regards to information, that a lot of times we don't have information. So in fact, with regard to the event that you'll have on the 27th, and then in addition with regards to your work that you have done with regards to dealing with people and individuals, with regards to communities and elevating people.
Yes.
How do you see us being able to improve information? And that's what I'm just saying with regard to the work that you're doing. Someone else, how do you see that with regards to what needs to be done? Just your own thoughts with regards to that. Because again, I hear you doing a number of things, but then see, it just can't be, because I want that person who's sitting at home right now for them to understand that it just can't be, say, a Lisa B, but they need to be motivated now to get out there and like, what's the motivation with regards to that, to not have other folks also not engender that same type of spirit. Because again, and putting out information, gaining information. Because one thing I did like you said that, even you had a plan 2018 to write the book, but then bam, you lost it. And so then, but you had gained additional knowledge. And so I want to just throw that out there because that's killer. Again, we have people sitting out here looking at the show, and they in turn have not, got that, and they haven't got that in them to do that.
Yes.
So we try to get people to not encourage to put it out there because people have different methodologies with regards to that.
Yes. My main thing is advocacy. Learn all you can while you can, because any of these situations, it could be you. It's me today. Tomorrow, it could be you. I also work closely with the disability community. I work with Life Inc., and it's for anyone that's disabled.
Mm-hmm.
You could be disabled tomorrow. You could be disabled in the next hour.
Right.
And if you don't know where to go, then what? But when you run across a person like me that have resources and don't mind sharing the resources, so even if it's years from now, you can be like, oh, that author said something about life or something, you're going to remember it. So I don't mind sharing it at all. And with that being said, if you know of anybody that is dealing with any type of disability or is a caregiver for someone with a disability, we have support groups, we have peer support groups, we teach life skills workshops, we teach assistive technology, we teach you how to advocate for yourself. Those are our core values at Life, and it's for anyone, any age, to help you there. We have like a neurodivergent support group that we do on Fridays, and it's just so much wealth. And I've only been associated with them for a short time, but when I say it's like a whole new world. It's like, oh my God, where have you been? Now, I don't consider myself disabled, but just being there and being around the people and the people I work with and seeing how resilient they are is very inspiring to hear their stories, to hear how far they come and see the work that they're doing, and them allowing me to be a part of the team is priceless.
Okay. And so with that, that's why when I was listening to you, is do you foresee some of the same people that you're working with? Do you foresee them writing? And is encouragement them with regards to that?
Yes. And yes, and I met an awesome author since I've been there, and he is disabled, and he had came to like one of the support groups. Now he's been in the game way longer than me. He's on Amazon and he's doing the work, but then he was even able to ask me questions or pointers. So we're feeding off of each other.
Right.
Like I got the social piece, but he has another piece that I can benefit from him, and then I can show him how to get the word out there, be more social, be more visible, so people know he has these dynamic books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So right now he's like a hidden treasure.
Okay. And you're not talking about Julius Hall. You're not talking about Julius Hall. So again, Julius Hall.
No, but I heard his name. No, their name, but his name is Robert, I think Cohen. I'm sorry, his name is slipping my mind, but it's Robert. But his story is awesome. His books are on Amazon and they're on Lulu as well. Now, and I didn't know anything about a Lulu before I met him. So I'm doing my research to figure out how to get my books over there as well.
I thought she was going to talk about somebody else, but she said Robert Cohen. Oh my God.
You know him?
Oh, no. Yes,
you know him?
Yes, Robert Cohen, another prolific author who also will tell you, buy my book. Buy my book. You come out here, Jamal, trying to play. You only be playing. Go buy my book. Oh boy, Rob. We got love for you. We got love for you. So yes, so yes, so we know them as we know the family. Yes, indeed. So and that's again the challenge. As you said about with regard to you being your own devil's advocate, but then you also in your own way to greatness, on your way to greatness, but you got in your own way. And how do you see greatness? How
I see greatness is when Awesome Arlo becomes a household name like Mickey Mouse. That's my goal.
Okay, right. And it's something that is foreseeable, something that can happen. And that's again by having that vision, having those thoughts. And that's powerful with regards to that. And I'm now looking at this and I'm like saying, hey, there has to be conversations that I know some of the people out there will want to have. What are some of the things with regards to when we look? So we started out with regards to people taking their lives and passing away. What are some of the things that you would want to also give to family members, friends, acquaintances, co-workers with regards to that, what is some insight with regards to your journey that you gained the insight on? Not to say we can give it out everything in your book, but
Right.
a tool that you can give to the people. Because we're not trying, because we want them to buy your book, but
Yes.
then again, we want, again, what's a jewel that people need to have that sometimes they're not thinking about?
The main thing is recognizing the red flags. And I talk about that even in my first book signing that I had. I even passed out red flags, and I gave like a list. And I tell people, no, not everything on this list means the person is suicidal.
Right.
However, if you see a person displaying this, it's still worth the conversation. Are you okay? That's all I ask. That's the charge I give to anybody. Is I'm worth that. Are you okay? I noticed you've been sleeping a lot lately, especially a person that's very active and all of a sudden they're sleeping. It's worth the conversation. Hey, are you okay? I've noticed you've been sleeping a lot. Or a person that's very social, all of a sudden is withdrawn. It's worth the conversation. Okay. And a lot of people miss those signs. And part of my grief journey, in my growth, I've done therapy, individual and group therapy. I recommend that. I recommend both for anyone. Even in group therapy, hearing other people talk about their loved ones and me sharing my story about my son, one of the common things we all said, they were the life of the party. They was the funny one, or they made everybody laugh. Look at Robin Williams. I think Robin Williams passed away the same year my son did. A comedian, a brilliant comedian. How did he get there? And my son was so funny. He was naturally funny. He was funny without trying to be. Okay. But here we are. Here we are. So it's worth having the conversation. That's my main lesson to anyone. It's worth it.
And how do you address when somebody say you can get over it? You know, how do you address that? What's the thoughts on that?
I call it a journey because everybody's journey is different. Everybody deals with grief differently. Like for me, it helped me to talk about it because it was too heavy to contain. Now, in that might have made other people around me uncomfortable, but me being able to release it helped me to heal faster. Yeah. I don't think I would be having this conversation or doing the things I'm doing if I tried to contain it. It was too big to contain. So you got to find what works best for you and then commit to doing the work.
Okay. Because sometimes we talk it, we speak it, but don't take those forward steps to going and doing the work.
And it's not easy. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. It's not easy. Burying a child is not a natural occurrence. So that in itself is heavy. And then suicide on top of that, and then not having anyone that could help me through it. I had to figure it out on my own. I couldn't go to the church because even though that's my faith, I'm rooted and grounded, and they didn't teach us. The only thing they taught us about suicide is you don't do it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And so, but when it happened to me, I needed more. So there it is. I couldn't go where I would normally go. I couldn't really go to my family because who in my family gonna tell me how to do this? They could tell me how to grieve.
Right.
You know, they could tell me about how to grieve when it's tragic, because unfortunately I've lost 2 brothers to homicide. So I know that part, but I never dealt with suicide.
Right.
So I had to figure it out. I had to find my way.
Right.
And I don't want anyone else to have to find their way. So I decided to become the blueprint.
Right. Okay. Okay. The blueprint. She's saying blue because of Sigma Gamma Rho. Blue and gold. That's why she's saying. That's why she's saying that. So, ooh, Lord. And how many contestants do y'all have for the Miss Iowa Land event, how many contestants do y'all have?
How many? I'm sorry, say it again.
How many contestants do y'all have?
I think it's 3 right now.
Okay. And folks can cheer on. And so,
Thank you.
so now I'm gonna say this right here. So if the 3 contestants, so folks can come there and they can financially support the contestant.
Well, you'll be supporting the whole organization.
Right.
The contestants is selected by a voting system.
Okay.
We're scored on what we submitted and the work we've done.
So it's not like because you go some places and then they have this jar and people dropping some funds in it on behalf of that contestant. Like, okay,
no. So it's all about let the work I've done speak for me.
Okay. Just serious, just on that level right there. So that's all good. And so again, we're looking at this, and where will it be held, and what time?
It'll be at the Embassy Suites, April 27th, 11 to 3. You can purchase your tickets on the chapter website at iota-nu.org, and they're $40. We have some wonderful vendors that'll be there. You don't want to miss it.
Okay, all right.
And our special guest speaker will be Miss Bernice Lohman.
And so if you want a power pack day, because a lot is going to be happening on 27th. So this is one of the places that you can go with regards to gaining information, getting insight, and supporting and getting out into the community. And I need to ask. And so if I'm a man, is it okay that I come to the event?
Yes, you can, because one of our auxiliaries for Iota Phi Lambda is the men of Iota. So we will have some men of Iota there.
Okay.
Yes.
So that way people won't think that is restricted to anyone looking at the show, that they can be there also. They can then hit y'all up to get information.
Yes.
So again, this is what it's about. And what we're going to do right now, we are going to go to another commercial.
Okay.
Producer, and we'll come right back. This is Runtel That with author Lisa B. And we've also got her, she's also known as Lisa Barnes. So she's on social media platforms. And we'll come back and continue this conversation with her. This is Runtel That.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
Yes, we are back. This is Runtel That, and we have Lisa B, the author, in the house with us. And also Lisa Barnes, member of Iota Phi Lambda, and also Sigma Gamma Rho, Sorority Incorporated. And so why do you see the necessity to be involved, to get involved? Why do you see that?
As far as in the sorority life?
Yeah, because again, here it is. You're an author. You're involved with Iota Phi Lambda. You're involved with Sigma Gamma Rho, and there are other things that you're doing. So why would you do that? Because, well, I just break it down. So y'all know how I gotta do. I just going throwing out there. I work 9 to 5. I got a life. then for me to go and do this other stuff, like, wait a minute, it's not enough hours in the day for that. So I'm going to shy away from getting involved. So I'm just saying you were involved with pretty much 3 projects, which actually more projects than that. It's just that I'm saying the umbrella, you know, that we got 3 of them. But wow, what pushed you? What made you, you know, bam, you know, to get out there? You know, because we understand the personal family tragedy that occurred, but then also you decide to still go out there and write and become a member of sorority, 2 sororities, and you're still engaging and doing things. What's happening? Because some people, like I said, some people looking at this right here, that's what they got going on, but they'll make excuses as to why they can't do something.
It's therapy for me. Helping others, putting a smile on other people's faces, it's therapy for me. If I wasn't getting out and getting involved, what would I be doing but just letting my grief consume me? So I'd rather do something healthy. And I've always been a natural born giver. I'm an only girl. I had 3 brothers growing up on my mom's side. So sisterhood is very, very important to me. So I had to find it. And being a transplant to Savannah, I've developed a lot of good friendships that are very close, friends like sisters. And so why not join an organization that's built on sisterhood so it can continue? And I've learned a lot and met a lot of people since joining these organizations because they allow me to get in front of people that I probably wouldn't have crossed paths with on my own.
Yes. And we have to be service to the people, service to our communities. That again, and it is essential. We cannot rest on our laurels. And I just had this conversation with someone earlier today. I said that people are looking for a Messiah. They're looking for a Messiah. I'm like, I need you to stop looking for a Messiah. I need you to realize you are the Messiah.
That's right.
You are the Messiah. You look at everybody else to be the Messiah. That's what you're doing. You're looking at everybody else. When I need you to like turn it on, put that mirror on yourself, I need you now to see that you're the Messiah. And
faith without works is dead. You got to be able to do the work. If I'm giving you the resources and the tools, like I said, I'll teach you how to fish. I'm not going to go buy the fish dinner because I want you to be successful and I want you to be able to continue. But you got to want it for yourself. I can't want it more than you want it.
Now, I'm going to throw this out here. Based on what you just said, I've been in situations that people come to me with regard to their vision and their plan. And so we began working on the plan and the vision. And guess what then happens?
They stop.
They disappear, they scatter, they no longer there. But you are still carrying out their vision. It is absolutely insane.
Yes.
Yeah, that is something. So somebody comes to you and you like, bam, y'all working on it, and then nothing, you know, gradually they're gone, but you're left right there.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying to folks, no, that's not what we can be about. We cannot be about if we want to ultimately bring about a better world. That's why I'm like, to have a better world. This is what you got to do.
Yes, that's right.
And that's why I go and say people who are doing the work, we have to applaud them. And that's what the work that you're doing, we got to applaud you. And also at Out of Phi Lambda, with regard to work that you're doing, making sure bring it, as you said, this is business month right here. So that now people are able to see, especially when it's involving some of our communities, because again, we look at us having issues with regards to businesses in our communities or businesses operated by us, because people tend to try to shy away from that at time and make excuses about it. When I'm like saying, no, we are supposed to support one another. That is only natural. That again, it is natural for people to support people like them, because sometimes those folks know some of the things that is needed for the people in these communities or in these environments.
That's right.
And what's your thoughts with regards to that? I'm just saying with regards to that, supporting us and not shying away from that. Then again, just your thoughts with regards to that.
We have to be more active. And again, one thing,
I don't stop because the reason why I'm throwing it out there, and it's kind of like now for some people, I'm throwing it out in a subtle way. That's why people need to support you with regard to your books.
yes,
And not
yes,
and because see, somebody will go and look, and they'll want to go support this person who lives in Alaska. You know,
yes,
they say that's a New York Times bestseller, and they're going to do that as opposed to you're right here,
yes,
our own front yard, backyard, side yards.
yes. The main thing that working with Life Inc. has taught me, and the things that they do, and the one main thing that keeps coming around is we do this because we have a lived experience. They can advocate legislation and things like that because they're coming with a lived experience. So me writing my book, I'm coming with a lived experience.
Yes,
And that makes all the difference in the world.
yes, 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 yes. Because again, I said people are checking out the shows, and like I said, they sit at home, and that we want to be able to tap the power within other folks that now bam. You know, we want to provide that nutrients. We with regards to if it's 10, 10, 10, you know, with regards to the nitrogen and all that
Yes,
potassium, the phosphate that now they're getting all this right here to now be able to sprout up because
yes,
it's crucial that it just can't be Lisa be the author out there. It need to be several thousands of us out here and
yes.
collaborating and again
Yeah.
collaborating,
I
touching
mean, Savannah is good ground. We're planting the seeds, but it's up to the person to water it and watch it grow because it's good soil. I mean, I've been in rooms. What's her name? Miss Georgette Jackson. I
Mhm.
didn't realize there was that many African American authors in Savannah because I'm still fairly new to the game.
Right,
But she
right,
put us all in one room, Arthur's room, and I believe it was probably 20 of us on the panel. And I'm like, and that was just one person that brought 20 people together. And I'm like, oh my God, where have y'all been? It was like a whole new world. And we could do that in every arena, in every issue that the Black and brown community has to deal with. We could do that if we come together instead of being separate. And a lot of times you don't have to reinvent the wheel because the wheel is there and it's rolling, but we got to know how to keep it rolling.
right. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And that's why, and you said something too, and it slipped me for a second that I was intrigued that when you said that also one of the books you made sure to put it in Spanish. And
Yes,
what moved you for that to do that?
because it's necessary. It is necessary. And again, because I've worked, like when I sold insurance when I first came down here, Savannah has a heavy Hispanic population. And I also work with babies 0 to 3 years old for the state. And I'm like, I don't speak Spanish, but they give me all the babies in that
Yeah.
culture.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's necessary. And so I even my first children's book also I just released it in Spanish
Okay.
because
Okay.
for I've been invited to Gould Elementary, I've been invited to Garden City Elementary, and they was like, do you have it in Spanish? Or the people that I saw in the room at the book fairs were from the Hispanic community. And
Mm-hmm.
so I saw the need.
Mm-hmm.
I went home immediately, got with my translator, and got it translated into Spanish. And so now Special Like Me is available in Spanish as well. And I plan to get all my books translated because the need is there.
Okay. All right. Powerful. Now you saw the need and you jumped on it.
Yes.
So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be winding down,
Okay.
and I want you to provide information with regards to the event that's going on. How can people contact you? And our producer put it in the chat. Also put it out there. But again, how can people contact you? What events going on? And rehashing some of that, and then email and other website information, so that way they can support you. Because again, we don't want people just to be looking at it, but we want people to support you.
Yes. Please come out and support Iota Phi Lambda, new chapter, the Savannah chapter located here. We are highlighting our business month, National Business Month, which is April, with a business expo and luncheon April 27th from 11 to 3 at the Embassy Suites in Pooler, Georgia. The tickets are $40, and you can purchase them on our website at iota-new.org. Our special guest will be Bernice Lohman, and we will be announcing the Outstanding Businesswoman of the Year on the local level, and I am fortunate to be one of the nominees. Come out and support and be there for us and have a good time and hear what Ms. Lohman has to say for us. If I do speaking engagements, I also do writing workshops. I'm teaching young people how to write.
Okay.
If you would like for me to come and do a workshop, I can send you that information. I offer writing services. I will help you get started on your writing journey. If you need me to help you with content, I could do that. Proofreading, editing, I do that as well. I create book cover designs. I also, let's see what else I do. Yeah, speaking engagements, I can come. If you have a writing event and you would like for me to be a part of it, I am able to be a vendor. I have books in several capacities, like nutrition. I'm working on a book about nutrition now. So if you need me to come speak to the children about nutrition, I'm not a nutritionist, but my book could speak for me as well. And so I'm excited about the journey. I have some new things coming up, and hope I'm claiming 2024 to be the year where we'll see Awesome Arlo everywhere you are. Awesome Arlo will be there live and in the flesh. That is my claim for this year, and I'm believing God for that. Also, if you see any free little libraries anywhere and you post them, let me know, because I'm trying to put an Awesome Arlo book in every free little library, which I just found out about in November. So that is my quest, to find as many as I can and put my book in there to spread the love and spread the knowledge.
All right. Now, what's it mean? It was Julius Hall. Julius Hall said, what type of food gonna be served at that luncheon? That was Julius Hall.
I'm waiting to see too. All I know is the events I've been to at the Embassy Suite, that food was good. So I'm pretty sure we will not be disappointed.
All right. Yes, ma'am. So what we're going to do, we're going to end. This is, again, author Lisa B. and Lisa Barnes, also AKA. And you got the information regarding her email address and also the website. So we're going to come to something very important. This is the most important question of all. And the question is thrown out to you. It is, what is the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia?
I'm not sure, but the best one in Kansas City, Missouri is Southeast High School. It is the castle. It is the home of the Knights. And you are speaking to one of the Lady Knights of the class of 1987.
Ms. Producer, mute her. This is the rebellion that I talk about. This is rebellion.
But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with Beach because they had the same colors as me.
No, we can't.
This has been Run Tell That. And we
They can run tell that. Yes.
Lisa B, the author. Lisa Barnes.
Yes.
It's the same person I told you all in the beginning. Do not sit by her in a restaurant.
If you sit by me, you're sure to have a good time. Trust me.
We're going to sign out right now, but I don't know if I'm going to let her come back on the show because she got disrespectful. It is 1800 East Rand Avenue, Herschel B. Jenkins High School. She's going to go into the castle and to the doghouse. We don't care about that. We're happy hunting ground. We are heaven on earth. Run tell that. So,
this. Like 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 this.